Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Amy's Artistic Lore, and in this video I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how to do chocolate chip cookies. So let's get into it. I'm going to be doing different shades of brown, and you can follow along if you have Procreate on your phone or your iPad, or you can just like sit back and enjoy the video. Skip ahead if you want to see what the cookies look like. Now, I picked out this kind of a, I guess you would call it a coffee color? Anyway, so circles aren't perfect. Well, I mean, some people can consider them perfect, but we're not doing perfect circles. Oh, no, that looks too thick, and that doesn't look like it'd be a cookie shape. Okay, because they always have that, cookies always have that uneven circular shape, and we're just going to stick with solid colors in the beginning. On the first layer, I'm going to add a second layer, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you're a beginner, I wouldn't start adding multiple layers just because it can, I think, get confusing. I mean, it was confusing for me at least, but everyone works differently. And I'm going to choose just like random light shades of brown and some dark, and color around on a solid color just to give it a little bit of volume, not do it too thick or too thin, and give it that nice golden brown. I want to add another color. Let's do maybe this one. Yeah, this one looks pretty good, like a nice kind of a orangish or orange golden type color. Okay. And again, I've said this in some of my videos, if two colors are together and then if you blend them, it's fine. Like, don't worry about that. But they can also be in different colors. And see how I'm just putting them in random places, not trying to make them look perfect or in a certain place. We're just winging it, okay? Now I'm gonna add another layer and do this one for, well, I'm gonna do layer 3 for the chocolate chip cookies, but before I do that, I'm gonna go back to layer 2 and do some blending. Let's see if this one's good. Yeah, looks pretty good. And I've gotten used to more of the blending brush, which is a lot better for me, and actually a lot more easier to use the more I've used a blending brush. Okay, and do you see this part right here, how it looks like the cookie isn't too thin or it's not too thick, you know, almost like a crumble cookie? Okay, and we did some light blending, that's good. I'm gonna go to layer 3 again, and I don't want to do one solid color for the chocolate chips because that would just seem a little bit boring to me. And instead of making them kind of like that, I'm gonna do little squares instead. And I saw some ideas on Pinterest, of course, because that's where I always get my inspiration from. A lot of it was actually AI, and I'm thinking to myself, what? Why is there so much AI art? Like, I just don't get it. I did find one digital artist, which I have to, if I find her again, I'll put her down in the comment section below, and you can check her out if you want. She makes really good digital art. I don't know who she is or if she's on TikTok or YouTube. I don't know. But her artwork is really good. Adding another color. Now they're just in random places because I'm going to be blending that later. And it's fine because it doesn't have to look like that, and you don't want it to, I would imagine. Otherwise it could look just out of place compared to all the other cookies. And for me, I'm just gonna stick with adding one color on top of the darkish brown for the chocolate chips. You can add more colors if you want to like, try experimenting per se, or just do it for fun, for whatever reason. It reminds me of kind of a caramel chocolate chip cookie. That doesn't really matter, I don't think, but how this part is kind of a orangish, why do I keep saying that? I don't know why. An orange shade instead of a tannish or any other brown shade. It just reminds me of a caramel gooey part that you would find in the middle or in different parts of the chocolate chip cookie, or any cookie really. Another layer, and I'm going to stick with another solid color. It doesn't have to be the exact same color that it was for the solid base on layer 1. So I'm going to make mine a little bit darker because I'm going to stack the cookies, and let's do a speed draw. All right, we got this cookie now, and as you can see, it's stacked. This one, the first cookie looks a little bit thicker, which that's fine. You don't need to worry about that. I'm gonna do one more cookie just for you guys. First, I want to rearrange the first cookie, make it look a little bit bigger on this side and smaller on this side. So if you ever wanna do that, you go back to whatever layer you want to change it, and which I'm gonna go to layer 1, and I'm gonna press on that little mouse button, okay, which the lines part, that's gonna look probably a little weird, okay, so we're gonna fix that too, and yeah, that should look good, okay. I'm gonna go to layer 2 also, because I wanna adjust that and make sure it looks a little bit more even and not just kind of wacky, I guess. Look at that, it's pretty nice, yeah? Okay, and while one cookie, again, is smaller, one cookie is bigger, that's perfectly fine. How the cookie has different edges, I think that's something, personally for me, you should go for when it comes to different varieties of foods, like whatever you're drawing. Although just, again, food doesn't, for me, it doesn't have to look perfect. Even if it's like a fucking, oh my god, a cheesecake. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do various shading, add some volume, different colors. These look like stacked cookies and the edges are uneven. I think that's awesome, personally for me. It does feel like, since the background is so plain, it feels like it's missing something. Maybe it needs some milk, I don't know. I actually decided to redo it instead. I didn't think the colors matched up enough, or maybe that was just me, but yeah. Okay, that looks a lot better. No, okay, let's take that out. And then let's add a little bit of color. That this looks a lot better because it looks like there's milk kind of just spilling. That is all for now. I will see you in the next one. Bye!